Get ready to be surprised. In this video, we dive into one of the most intriguing mysteries of space exploration, the fate of the footprints left by the Apollo astronauts on the moon. Did you know that these historic marks might not be there forever? Or has something unexpected happened to them over the decades? Imagine for a moment. It's July 1969. The world holds its breath. Through grainy screens, we see a clumsy figure, wrapped in a white suit, descending the last steps of a ladder. Neil Armstrong's foot touches the ground. The lunar dust, as fine as talcum powder, gray and untouched for billions of years, gives way under the weight of the boot. A mark is created, a footprint, the first trace of humanity on another world, a symbol that should echo for eternity, or should it? More than half a century has passed. 12 men walked on the moon and left behind not only flags and equipment, but also their footprints, as silent witnesses to this great adventure. But what really happened to them? If we pointed a powerful enough telescope at the lunar surface today, what would we see? Are the marks of our heroes still there, intact and sharp, like a silent monument to our audacity? Or has the cosmos, in its slow and relentless work, already erased forever the trace of our greatest achievement? The answer goes far beyond a simple yes or no. It takes us on an incredible journey through the invisible forces that shape the universe. At first glance, the logic is simple. On Earth, a footprint in the beach sand might last a few minutes, maybe hours, before the wind or the waves wash it away. But the moon? The moon is a museum, a drastically different environment. It doesn't have a significant atmosphere. This means there is no wind to blow the dust, no rain to wash away the marks, no erosion processes as we know them here. It's an almost perfect vacuum, a silence that preserves. Based on this, we could conclude with some certainty that the footprints are exactly as they were left, frozen in time. And for a long time, this was the popular belief. But the universe is more complex and far more fascinating than that. As it turns out, the moon, despite its apparent calm, is under constant attack. A silent, invisible, and incessant bombardment. The enemy? Micrometeorites. Don't imagine giant rocks colliding with the surface. Think of something much more subtle. A perpetual shower of tiny particles, most smaller than a grain of sand, traveling through space at astonishing speeds, some exceeding 70,000 kilometers per hour, about 43,500 miles per hour. They are fragments of comets, asteroid dust, the debris of the solar system. Here on Earth, our atmosphere acts as a shield, burning up the vast majority of these particles before they reach the ground. But the moon has no such protection. Each of these microscopic grains hits the surface with the energy of a small projectile. This creates a phenomenon that scientists call space gardening. Over millions and billions of years, this constant bombardment churns, stirs, and plows the upper layer of the lunar soil, known as regolith. Now think about what this means for the footprints. Individually, each micrometeorite impact is insignificant, but over 50 or 60 years, we're talking about quintillions upon quintillions of impacts. It is an extremely slow erosion process, almost imperceptible on a human timescale, but absolutely relentless. Imagine an ultra-fine, slow-motion sandblaster working non-stop for decades. The edges of the footprints, once sharp and well-defined, have begun to be softened by this cosmic rain. The depression in the soil still exists, but its contours no longer have the same clarity. Dust ejected by nearby impacts may have settled inside them, reducing their depth. So, to answer our initial question, have the footprints disappeared? No, they have not disappeared. If we could return to the Sea of Tranquility today, we would still find the tracks of Armstrong and Aldrin. However, they would not be intact. They wouldn't be the same sharp marks we see in the historic photographs. They would be aged, softened, like an ancient stone inscription that has been slowly worn away by time. They are now ghosts of their former selves, gentle scars on the lunar landscape. A visual echo that is slowly growing fainter and fainter. Scientists estimate that, at this rate, the footprints will still be vaguely recognizable for perhaps a few million years. A blink of an eye in the age of the cosmos, but an almost inconceivable period of time for us. And this, perhaps, is the most profound revelation. The footprints on the moon teach us about impermanence. They show us that even in the most sterile and preserving environment we know, nothing lasts forever. The lesson the moon sends us across time is that the universe is in constant change, and that even the marks of our greatest technological achievement are destined to one day be erased by stardust. Our passage there was a glorious moment, but it was just that, a moment. And our legacy, no matter how profound, is a whisper in the great silence of the universe. A whisper that for now still echoes in the silent dust of the moon.
We want to know your opinion. What do you think happened to the footprints on the moon? Leave your comment below and join our discussion. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your curious friends, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming mysteries and curiosities. Your participation is fundamental to enriching our debate. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever a new video comes out. Thanks for watching.